Minasan, Nihongo course e yokoso. Hello and welcome to your 10th class of Japanese for Beginners course. This is your teacher Rosie again, and I'm so proud of you. Today we will start a very important lesson, but before that, if you feel the need to review what we have learned in our previous lesson, feel free to go back and review it. And now, let's start a new topic. So today we will learn about Japanese particles, or as we call them in Japanese, joshi. Joshi, Joshi. On the screen you can see so many particles. So you can see wa, ga, e, ni, de, o, no, mo, to, ya, ne, yo. Wow, so many, right? And I know that some of them you already know. We have seen some of them already, like particle wa. So it will not be as difficult for you. Let's get started. So now, first of all, why do we need particles in general? Well, I know while some languages don't have particles, in Japanese language, particles play an essential role. So particles help us to understand sentences way better. Let's take a look. So here we have the word Tokyo, Tokyo, Tokyo. Yeah? And then we have verb taberu, taberu, to eat. Iku, iku, to go, and iru, iru, to be, to exist for living things. Now, to make sense of the first word coming together with the second word, we need the correct particle. Let's take a look at how that would look like. Tokyo de taberu, Tokyo de taberu. So we have taberu, to eat, and Tokyo. If we write particle de, it means that we are already in Tokyo and we are eating there. So where are we eating? We are eating in Tokyo. If we write particle ni or e in between Tokyo and iku, it would mean that I am moving towards Tokyo. I am going to Tokyo, okay? So there would be motion. And if I would write particle ni again, it would mean that I am already there and I'm just located there. Now let's start off with our first particle, and it's a particle that you have already seen. It's particle wa, wa, wa. So this is a topic marking particle. It is pronounced as wa, wa, but we write it as hiragana, ha, ha. So when we use it as a particle, we pronounce it as wa. When we use it as a non-particle, we pronounce it as ha. And it can be translated as for, okay? So if it comes after a word, after a noun, we will know that that noun is the topic of our sentence. Let's take a look at how that would look like. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Watashi wa gakusei desu. Watashi, I or me. Watashi wa, as for me. Gakusei, student. We write gakusei, but we say gakusei. Des is are. So as for me, I am a student. I am a student. That's how we would translate the sentence, okay? So we know that the topic of our sentence is watashi, I or me. Second example, 今日は水曜日です。今日は水曜日です。今日 today. 今日は as for today. 水曜日 Wednesday is. So today is Wednesday. So we know that the topic of our conversation is 今日 today. 出身はどこですか？出身はどこですか？Shushin, a place where you come from, where you were born, your hometown. So, Shushin wa, as for your hometown, doko, where is it? Desu ka? So where is your hometown? Where do you come from? ロシアは寒いです。ロシアは寒いです。Russia, Russia. So as for Russia, 寒い, cold. Is. So it's cold in Russia, or Russia is cold. So we know that the topic of our conversation is Russia. ベトナムは暑いです。ベトナムは暑いです。ベトナム is Vietnam. 暑い is hot. So as for Vietnam, it's hot. Okay, so the topic of our conversation is Vietnam. Particle ni. So this particle has a lot of purposes and a lot of ways to use it. So it's very, very important. So the first way to use it is using it as a direction particle. The second way to use it is as location particle. The third way to use it is as time particle. So when we're talking about ni as direction particle, we use it with movement verbs like to go, to come back, okay? So it means that we are moving towards somewhere, we're going somewhere, but we are not there yet. So we're moving towards that direction. So I can say I'm going to Tokyo, I'm going to Kyoto, okay? If we use it as a location particle, it means that we are already there. And then we use it with statement verbs. Statement verbs like the ones you see written in yellow. Iru, aru, sumu. Iru and aru, it means that to be for living and non-living things. Iru for living things, aru for non-living things. So it means that we are located there. We are there already. Or the last verb, sumu, to live somewhere. So when we use as location particle, it means that we are located there. When we're talking about ni as a time particle, we use it for hours, days of the week, months, okay? So we say the hour and then particle ni. But to make it more clear for you, let's take a look at those examples. ここに猫がいます。ここに猫がいます。ここに here for location, right? 猫がいます。猫 is a cat, がいます there is. So there is a cat here. It is located here. 東京に住んでいます。東京に住んでいます。So we have Tokyo. 住んでいます is a long form, like present continuous tense for the verb to live. 住む. So where do I live? I live in Tokyo. So when we use it again as a location particle, we are located there, we live there. テーブルの下に亀がいます。テーブルの下に亀がいます。テーブル table 下 under. So under the table 亀がいます。There is a turtle under the table. So it's also as a location particle. When we're talking about time, at, so we have 9時に起きます。9時に起きます。起きます will wake up, will get up. So I will get up at 9 o'clock. So at what time? At 9 o'clock. So after telling the hour, I always need particle ni. Ni. If I'm talking about on, for example, on Friday, 金曜日に会います。金曜日に会います。金曜日 Friday, 会います will meet. So we will meet on Friday. After Friday or any day of the week, again, I always need particle ni. Ni. Very good. Particle no. 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 So this is a modifying particle. It is pronounced as no and it indicates possession. That something belongs to someone, okay? Let's take a look. So we can translate it as of, okay? Let's take a look. If I want to say roses, I would say roji no, okay? So I say the name roji and then no. I can also add san to make it more polite, like roji-san no. If I want to say my or mine, I need to say the word I, watashi, and then add particle no. No, so my would be watashi no. If I want to say it's my bag, I would say 私のカバンです。私のカバンです。カバン means bag. これは私のです。これは私のです。This is mine. So これは this. 私の mine is. So this is mine. It can also work as an attribute marker. So for example, if I want to say, oh, I am a Japanese teacher, I would say 日本語の先生。日本語の先生。日本語 means Japanese language. 日本語。Sensei, teacher. So, teacher of Japanese language. 日本語の先生。日本の車が好きです。日本の車が好きです。日本 Japan. 車 car. So, car of Japan. So, Japanese cars. 好きです I like. So, I like Japanese cars. 友達の名前はさくらです。友達の名前はさくらです。友達 friend 名前 name. So friend's name is Sakura. Friend's name is Sakura. Particle e. So this is a direction particle. It is pronounced as e, but we write it as hiragana he. It indicates direction towards where we are heading. It's used with motion verbs like iku, kuru, kaeru. Example sentence. 京都へ行きます。京都へ行きます。京都, Kyoto city, right? 行きます will go. So I will go to Kyoto. In this sentence, you could also use particle ni because both of them are particles for movement. Yes? So here we could use e or ni. Both would be fine. 日本へようこそ。日本へようこそ。ようこそ welcome to Japan. In this sentence, the only particle that could be used here is e. You couldn't use any other particle here. It would be a mistake. So we couldn't use particle ni here. 家へ帰ります。家へ帰ります。家 home. 帰ります will return. Okay, so I will return home. Here you could also use particle ni. Both would be okay in this situation. Particle de. This is a location particle. It's pronounced as you have already heard, de. It marks where an action is taking place, and it can also identify means. I will explain to you more what do I mean by means. But let's start off talking about de as a location particle. カフェでコーヒーを飲みます。カフェでコーヒーを飲みます。Okay, カフェで in the coffee shop or at the coffee shop. Yes? Cafe or coffee shop. コーヒー coffee. 飲みます will drink. So I will drink coffee. Where will I drink it? I will drink it at the coffee shop. So the particle explains where am I performing the action. So if I'm reading a book, where am I reading it? If I'm drinking coffee, where am I drinking it? Where am I located? Okay? And it means that I am already there. So with de, we know that you are 100% already there. With ni or e, we are only moving towards that direction, okay? 図書館で本を読みます。図書館で本を読みます。図書館 library. 本 book 読みます read. So I will read a book. Where will I read the book? At the library. 図書館で。コンビニでアイスクリームを買います。コンビニでアイスクリームを買います。コンビニで at the convenience store. コンビニ convenience store. アイスクリーム ice cream Kaimasu will buy. So where will I buy the ice cream? I will buy it at the convenience store. Rondon de aimashou. Rondon de aimashou. Aimashou means let's meet. Rondon, London. So where shall we meet? We shall meet in London. Very good. And I have already mentioned that it can also work as a means particle. So let's take a look. Basu de ikimasu. Basu de ikimasu. Basu means bus. Ikimasu will go. So how will I go? I will go by bus. By bus. So that's what I mean by saying it's a means particle. It will explain how will I get somewhere. Jitensha de ikimasu. Jitensha de ikimasu. Jitensha is a bicycle. So how will I go? I will go by bicycle. Nihongo de itte kudasai. Nihongo de itte kudasai. Itte kudasai means please say it. And if you say Nihongo de in Japanese, Nihongo de itte kudasai. Ringo o naifu de kirimasu. Ringo o naifu de kirimasu. Ringo, apple. Naifu, knife. Kirimasu will cut. So how will I cut the apple? I will cut it by using knife. Naifu de. Naifu de. It explains my means. Particle o. O. This is a grammatical object marker. It marks our grammatical object. Although we write it as wo, we pronounce it as o. O. It usually comes after the object of an action. So here is our structure: noun plus particle o plus verb. Let's take a look. Tegami o kakimasu. Tegami o kakimasu. Kakimasu. Will write. What will I write? I will write a letter. Tegami. Tegami. So in between the noun and the verb, we need o to know what will we do with the object. Okay? Ocha o nomimasu. Ocha o nomimasu. Ocha, tea. Nomimasu will drink. So what will I do with the tea? I will drink it. So I also need particle o in between. Eiga o mimasu. Eiga o mimasu. Movie. Will watch. So what will I do with the movie? I will watch it. Again, I need particle o. So I would know what action do I take on the object. Ongaku o kikimasu. Ongaku o kikimasu. Ongaku means music. Kikimasu will listen. What will I do with the music? I will listen to it. Very good. Sushi o tsukurimasu. Sushi o tsukurimasu. Sushi will make. What will I do with the sushi? Will I eat it? Will I buy it? No, I will make it. Again, I need particle o here. It marks our grammatical object. Particle mo. 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 Mo means also or to as well. It is pronounced as mo, and usually it comes after a noun. So noun plus mo. Let's take a look. Watashi mo Amerika jin desu. Watashi mo Amerika jin desu. Watashi mo, I also, or me too. Amerika jin, American, am. So it would be I am also American. I'm also American. Watashi mo ikitai desu. Watashi mo ikitai desu. I also, me too. Ikitai desu, want to go. So I also want to go. And here, this is a special form of the verb that you will learn later on when you want to do something, like to do some action. Terebi mo kaimashita. Terebi mo kaimashita. TV, also bought. So I also bought a TV. Particle to. This is a connecting particle. It's pronounced as to, and it means and in English. It comes after each noun, except the last one, so keep that in mind, okay? Let's take a look. アイスクリームとかき氷が好きです。アイスクリームとかき氷が好きです。Ice cream and shaved ice I like. So I like ice cream and shaved ice. So this to would mean and in this situation. コーヒーとチーズケーキとお茶をください。コーヒーとチーズケーキとお茶をください。So, coffee, cheesecake, and tea, please. And if you can see here, after ocha, we don't have to anymore. So after the last noun, we do not write to. ワンピースと T シャツを買いました。ワンピースと T シャツを買いました。I bought a dress and a t-shirt. Okay, to can also mean together or with someone, that you're doing something with someone. So let's take a look here. 友達と映画を見ました。映画を見ました。I watched a movie. But I say 友達と with a friend. So friend with. So with a friend, I watched the movie. Particle ga. This is a subject particle. It is pronounced as ga and it also can indicate existence. Let's take a look. When I'm talking about existence, it means that it comes with two verbs, arimasu or aru, imasu or iru. So aru and iru are short forms of arimasu and imasu. And these two verbs mean to exist, to be, for living and non-living things. For non-living things, arimasu. For living things, imasu. If we want to say that someone or something exists, we need to say name of something, then ga arimasu. Name of something, ga imasu. Let's take a look. Imoto ga imasu. Imoto ga imasu. Imoto is younger sister. If I say imoto ga imasu, directly it would mean, okay, younger sister exists. But when we use imasu, sometimes it means to exist, to be, but sometimes it means to have. So in this sense, this would mean I have a younger sister. Okay? Imoto ga imasu. Inu ga imasu. Inu ga imasu. I have a dog. Tomodachi ga imasu. Tomodachi ga imasu. I have a friend. Ginko ga arimasu. Ginko ga arimasu. There is a bank. Toshokan ga arimasu. Toshokan ga arimasu. There is a library. Sakana ga hoshii desu. Sakana ga hoshii desu. So with hoshii desu means I want something. This is a bit childish saying because it's very direct and Japanese people wouldn't say it that directly. But if you want to say I want something, in a sense that you want a thing, so like a noun, you don't want to do an action, but you want, for example, you want sushi, you want a bag, you want fish, then you can say sakana ga hoshii desu. So always with the structure hoshii desu, I want something, you would say noun ga hoshii desu. So you would always need particle ga. Chocoreto ga hoshii desu. Chocoreto ga hoshii desu. I want chocolate. Okay, and another purpose why do we use ga is for making emphasis. Now let's take a look at these two short sentences. Watashi wa Roji desu. Watashi wa Roji desu. In English, this would mean I am Rosie. And the second sentence, Watashi ga Roji desu. Watashi ga Roji desu. would also mean I am Rosie. So in English, there is no difference between these two sentences. However, in Japanese, there is a slight difference. If you say watashi wa Roji desu, you're not putting emphasis on anything. You're just saying, oh, I am Rosie. Okay? But if you're saying watashi ga Roji desu, you're putting emphasis on yourself. So it means that, okay, maybe there are many people around you, but you want to put emphasis that I am Rosie, you know? Maybe someone's asking, who is Rosie? And you want to say, I am Rosie, and put emphasis on yourself. Then you would say, watashi ga Roji desu. So with wa, all the most important information comes after wa, you know, Roji desu. For ga, the most important information comes before ga. Watashi, watashi. For example, tomodachi ga kimasu. Tomodachi ga kimasu. Who's coming? My friend is coming. I could say tomodachi wa kimasu. But I'm putting emphasis. Tomodachi ga kimasu. I'm putting emphasis on my friend. And it can also be used in special cases. For example, Nihongo ga wakarimasen. Nihongo ga wakarimasen. Nihongo, Japanese. Wakarimasen, I don't understand. So with I don't understand, when you want to say I don't understand something, you would use particle ga. Something ga wakarimasen. Nihongo ga wakarimasen. I don't understand Japanese. Or Nihongo ga suki desu. Nihongo ga suki desu. I like Japanese. So with suki desu, which means I like, with this we will always use ga. Something ga suki desu. So I like something. Very good. And ga can also mean but. But we will learn about this a bit later. It's a bit more complicated grammar, but I just want to show you how it would look like in a sentence. このレストランで食べたいですが、お金がないです。このレストランで食べたいですが、お金がないです。このレストラン means in this restaurant, with de it means in this restaurant. 食べたいです。I want to eat. So I want to eat in this restaurant, but お金がないです。I don't have any money. お金 means money. Very good. Particle yo. This is used at the end of the sentences. It's pronounced as yo, and you use it when you're telling someone something that they weren't aware of. So you're placing emphasis on the information. You can also use it for rhetorical questions or statements, but I think it will make a little bit more sense if we take a look at the examples, right? 明日ですよ。明日ですよ。明日 means tomorrow. This is. But if I add yo, I'm putting emphasis like, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. So maybe you plan something with someone and they're asking you when, and you're like, it's tomorrow. Like, 明日ですよ。明日ですよ. So you're putting emphasis like, oh, it's tomorrow already, you know? そうですよ。そうですよ. This would mean, yes, it's like that. Yeah. 勉強した方がいいですよ。勉強した方がいいですよ。勉強した方がいいです means, oh, you should study more, but in a very direct way. So to make it softer, someone would add yo. It's like, oh, I think you should study more. 勉強した方がいいですよ。痛いよ。痛いよ。痛い means it hurts. But if you want to put emphasis that it hurts, you're like, 痛いよ. Particle ne. Ne. Just as yo, it's also put at the end of the sentence. It's pronounced as ne. And it's like an attention-getting sound. It can also be rhetorical. It can mean like, right? Don't you think? It's like looking for agreement. Let's take a look. あのね. あのね. This one would be quite informal, and it would be like, you know what? You know what? いいですね. いいですね. This one is like, oh, it's good, right? It's good, isn't it? Like, good for you. 大変でしたね. 大変でしたね. Oh, it was so hard, so difficult for you, right? そうですね. そうですね. Yeah, it's like that. It's like agreeing with someone. かわいいね. かわいいね. Oh, so cute. Particle ya. Ya. So this one is for listing nouns as examples. It means and it is pronounced as ya. So let's take a look at these examples. ヨーロッパでどこに行きましたか? ヨーロッパでどこに行きましたか? ヨーロッパで in Europe. どこ where 行きましたか? Where did you go in Europe? And there are two ways to answer this question. イタリアとスペインに行きました。イタリアとスペインに行きました。I went to Italy and Spain. This is the first way to answer it. The second way to answer it is イタリアやスペインに行きました。イタリアやスペインに行きました。イタリアやスペインに行きました。And in English it would also mean I went to Italy and Spain. No difference, again. But in Japanese there's a slight difference. If you say イタリアとスペインに行きました, it means that in Europe you only went to Italy and Spain. That's it. You named them all. If you're saying イタリアやスペインに行きました, it means that you went to many countries, you visited many countries, but you only named these two. You see the difference? One more example. ピザやハンバーガーが好きです。ピザやハンバーガーが好きです。I like pizza and hamburgers, right? I like pizzas and hamburgers. Both of them are the same. But if with ya and to in English, but if you're saying with ya, it means that you like more types of food, but you only named pizzas and hamburgers. If you're saying to, it means that you only like pizzas and hamburgers. That's the slight difference. Now let's practice. What particle do you think we should write in here? I will give you 5 seconds to think about it after I read the sentence for you, okay? コンビニ、コカ・コーラを買いました。コンビニ、convenience store. コカ・コーラ、Coca-Cola. 買いました。I bought Coca-Cola. So where did I buy Coca-Cola? What particle would I use? コンビニでコカ・コーラを買いました。Very good. Where did I buy Coca-Cola? At the convenience store. 私、イタリア人です。私、イタリア人です。I, Italian am. What particle would I use here? 私はイタリア人です。Very good. As for me, I am Italian. 寿司食べました。寿司 ate. What particle would I use here? particle を寿司を食べました。映画好きです。映画好きです。Movies I like. So what particle do we always use with 好きです？映画が好きです。映画が好きです。Very good. 9時起きました。9時起きました。9 o'clock, I got up. So what particle do we always use with time? 9時に起きました。9時に起きました。I woke up at 9 o'clock. Very good. 友達、スペインに行きました。友達、スペインに行きました。 I went with my friends. So what particle do I use when I want to say with? 友達とスペインに行きました。Very good. ロシア寒いです。ロシア寒いです。Russia is cold. What particle would I use here? ロシアは寒いです。ロシアは寒いです。As for Russia, it's cold. Very good. 今日木曜日です。今日木曜日です。Today, Thursday is. What particle would I use here? 今日は木曜日です。As for today, it's Thursday. Very good. 郵便局あります。郵便局あります。Post office is. So what particle do we always use with あります with existence? 郵便局があります。郵便局があります。Very good. 彼氏います。彼氏います。Boyfriend exists or I have a boyfriend. What particle do we always use with existence? います。彼氏がいます。彼氏がいます。Very good. 日本ようこそ。日本ようこそ。Welcome to Japan. What particle can we use here? 日本へようこそ。日本へようこそ。Welcome to Japan. Very good. 本読みます。本読みます。Book will read. So what will I do with the book? 本を読みます。I will read it. Very good. 東京、京都に行きました。東京、京都に行きました。Tokyo, Kyoto, I went. 東京や京都に行きました。I went to Tokyo and Kyoto. You could also use particle ni here. It wouldn't be a mistake. お疲れ様です。You have worked so hard and you have finished one of the most important lessons of this course. And this is a really important part of Japanese learning journey because particles are so important. So, おめでとうございます。Congratulations and I'll see you in our next lesson. またね。